Ladies and gentlemen, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good night. Meine Damen und Herren, guten Morgen, guten Tag, guten Abend, gute Nacht. Welcome to lesson 6. This time, we're not going to translate everything on the board. I'll read the translation on paper. I'll help you read the words as they are written here. I'll first explain to you in English. So let's start with the reading of the English. First, the number one is das Arbeitszimmer von Herrn Clark. Das Arbeitszimmer von Herrn Clark is the study of Mr. Clark. What is a study? A study is the office room within a house where the man or the woman puts her documents, computers, whatever must be kept in an office. He's also set up an office in the house. Within that office, normally children don't play there because it's always closed and restricted to only business. That is called Arbeitszimmer in German. Arbeit is work. Zimmer, you know already, is room. So work room, which is the study or the office space in the house. Okay. Now let me read through for you to understand. Das Arbeitszimmer von Herrn Clark. That is the study of Mr. Clark. Das Zimmer ist nicht groß. The room is not big. Im Zimmer sehen wir ein Pult, einen Stuhl vor dem Pult, einen Lernstuhl, ein Sofa und viele Bücherbretter mit Büchern. So that is number 3. In the room, we see a desk, a chair in front of the desk, an easy chair, a sofa, and many bookshelves with books. That's the Bücherbretter, bookshelves with books mit Büchern. Okay, number 4. An der Wand sehen wir eine Landkarte von Deutschland. On the wall, we see a map of Germany. A map of Germany. After here, I will explain them to you why Landkarte. Now, number 5. Heute Abend ist der Lehrer wieder beim Kaufmann. The Lehrer sits auf dem Sofa. The Kaufmann sits im Lernstuhl. This evening, the teacher is again at the home of the businessman. The teacher is sitting on the sofa. The businessman is sitting in the easy chair. The Lehrer, Herr Müller, readet. The teacher, Mr. Müller, speaking, or is speaking, or he speaks. The teacher, Mr. Müller, speaks. Then the M means Müller, that's the teacher, and then the C means Mr. Clark. So M, that's the Mr. Müller speaking, the teacher. Überall sind viele, viele Dinge. Im Haus, im Park, auf der Straße, in der Schule. Everywhere are many, many things. In the house, in the park, on the streets, in the school. Hier in England spricht man Englisch und nennt die Dinge auf Englisch. In Frankreich nennt man die Dinge auf Französisch. In Spanien nennt man die Dinge auf Spanisch. In Italien nennt man die Dinge auf Italienisch. Jawohl. Und in Deutschland spricht man Deutsch. Und man muss die Dinge auf Deutsch nennen. Let's go back to English. Here in England, one speaks English and gives the names of things or name things in English. In France, one gives the names of things in French. In Spain, one gives the names of things in Spanish. In Italian, we name things in Italian. Then number 8, Mr. Clark said, Jawohl. Und in Deutschland spricht man Deutsch und man muss die Dinge auf Deutsch nennen, which means in English, yes indeed. Jawohl means yes indeed. And in Germany, one speaks German and one must give the names of things in German. Number 9, Mr. Miller, after Mr. Clark had said that, Mr. Miller was really surprised. So he said, ausgezeichnet, ausgezeichnet. He was so happy and so ausgezeichnet. I will explain that to you. Sie lernen schnell. Sie lernen schnell. Nennen Sie mir nun einige Dinge hier im Zimmer. He said, splendid. Splendid means excellent. Wow. Somebody would say, wow. He was surprised as to why Mr. Clark had picked up the English and the German word so easily, like you are learning with me. Ausgezeichnet, you learn quickly. Sie lernen schnell. Nun, now, nun means now. Now tell me the names of some things here in the room. Nennen Sie mir nun einige Dinge hier im Zimmer. Let's go to 10. Then Mr. Clark also replied, that is easy. Das ist ja leicht. That's how they say in German. Das ist ja leicht. Dies ist ein Lehnstuhl. Das ist ein Sofa. Das sind Bücherbretter. Das ist ein Pult. You know sind. Before the word Bücherbretter, we have the sind. Sind is the plural for ist. Ist, I-S-T, or is. So that these are, das sind, these are, das sind Bücherbretter. Now Mr. Wheeler said, good, that's number 11. Gut, nun sagen Sie mir bitte, was liegt auf dem Pult? Was liegt auf dem Pult? Let's go to number 10 in English. That is indeed easy. That is an easy chair. That is a sofa. Those are bookshelves. And that is a desk. And then Mr. Miller said, good. Now tell me, please, what is lying on the desk? Now tell me, please, what's lying on the desk? That is what he said it in German. He said, gut. Nun sagen Sie mir bitte, was liegt auf dem Pult? Mr. Clark replied, ein Bleistift, eine Füllfeder, einige Briefe und Papiere liegen dort. Then he said, a pencil, a fountain pen, a few letters and papers are lying there. Then Mr. Miller said, was macht man mit Bleistift und Feder? Was macht man mit Bleistift und Feder? Then Mr. Miller said, what does one do with pencil and pen? Bleistift und Feder. Feder is the pen, Bleistift is the pencil. And then Mr. Miller said, in 14, Mr. Clark said, man schreibt damit. 14. Man schreibt damit. One writes with them. Or we write with them. We write with them. One writes with them. 15. Da reicht der Lehrer dem Kaufmann ein Buch und fragt, was für ein Buch ist das? Then the teacher hands the businessman a book and asks, what kind of book is this? Let's read it in German again. Da reicht der Lehrer dem Kaufmann ein Buch und fragt, was für ein Buch ist das? Then the teacher hands the businessman a book and asks, what kind of book is that? Or is this? Der Kaufmann antwortet, das ist ein Wörterbuch. The businessman answers, this is a dictionary. That is a dictionary. Der Lehrer gibt dem Kaufmann andere Dinge und fragt immer wieder. Let's go together. Der Lehrer gibt dem Kaufmann andere Dinge und fragt immer wieder, was ist dies, was ist das? Und Herr Clark, let's go together. Und Herr Clark antwortet immer schnell und richtig. And Mr. Clark always answered quickly and correctly. The letter gave the businessman, the teacher gave the businessman other things and asked again and again, what is this and what is that? And Mr. Clark also answered very quickly and correctly. The Lehrer gibt dem Kaufmann andere Dinge und fragt immer wieder, was ist dies, was ist das, was ist das? Und Herr Clark antwortet immer schnell und richtig. Endlich, that means finally, sagt der Lehrer zum Kaufmann. Let's read. Endlich sagt der Lehrer zum Kaufmann. Das ist für heute Abend genug. Finally, the businessman said to the teacher said to the businessman, that is enough for today. Das ist für heute Abend genug. That is enough for this evening. Ich muss jetzt gehen. I must go now. Ich muss jetzt gehen. I must go now. Or I must now go. This means this is must, this is now, this is go. So I must now go, or I must go now. Wir haben, let's read together. Wir haben am Donnerstag wieder eine Stunde, nicht wahr? Ja, war da jetzt auch another lesson. Wir haben am Donnerstag. On Thursday, wir haben am Donnerstag. On Thursday, we have another lesson. Not true? Then Mr. Clark said, stimmt. It means correct, or that's right, Clark. Beide Herren gehen aus dem Zimmer. Both men went out of the room. Let's read. Beide Herren gehen aus dem Zimmer. Both men went out of the room. Herr Clark geht mit Herrn Müller zu Tier. Mr. Clark went with Mr. Müller to the door. To Tier means to the door. Die Tür. Gibt ihm die Hand und sagt zu ihm. He gave him the hand and said to him, Gebt ihm die Hand und sagt zu ihm, bis Donnerstag auf Wiedersehen. He gave him the hand, said to him, until Thursday, bye-bye, auf Wiedersehen. Now, Wiedersehen, when translated into English clearly, is wieder means again. Sie means see. See you again, something like that. Wiedersehen, see you again. Or Wiedersehen, or you can say bye-bye, you're done. So until Thursday, see you again. So let's read the last sentence again. Both men went out of the room. Mr. Clark went with Mr. Miller door. He gave him the hand and said to him, bis Thursday, see you. Now let's read it in German together. Beide Herren gehen aus dem Zimmer. Herr Clark gibt ihm die Hand und sagt zu ihm, bis Donnerstag, auf Wiedersehen. So until lesson 7, auf Wiedersehen. You are doing really great work. Thank you so much. Don't forget to give me a thumbs up and also leave a comment. Let invite other friends and families to learn with you so that you can all read German. By the time we get to lesson 10, I expect most of the followers of my channel to be able to read German. Tell them, give them the channel name, say Logic Ghana on YouTube. When you type Logic Ghana, you'll find me there. You'll find other Logics there. Press on my picture or the information under my picture, and everything that I've sent online will be found there for you. So that when you type Logic Ghana and my picture comes, you see other Logics around the world also there. To get my own programs, press my name or press my picture. Just tap my picture or the information under my picture, and only my comments, my messages and my channel photos and videos will come, and then you'll be able to enjoy them. There are other programs apart from teaching, trips to the areas that I live and go out there, so you can enjoy. Come on, as you learn the German. So we will soon get to lesson 7, lesson 8, 9, and 10. By the time we get to 10, I expect you to communicate with me, because very soon I'll be setting up a Zoom channel for all my students to learn live with me. After lesson 10, we will do that. We will communicate. I'll be asking you, hey, come on, what's your name? And he tells me his name, and then, okay, I'll find your name on the Zoom. Yes, then I'll ask you a question, then you answer. This will really help us. We'll set up a class, beautiful live class. We'll move on from there, okay? That's somebody's request. I'll do that for you all. Have a nice day. Auf Wiedersehen. Bye.